Thank you. If you were to ask most people what they live for, what they want most out of life, they'd give you a one-word answer. And the word 9 times out of 10 would be happiness. Yet, happiness is elusive. Sometimes it seems that the harder we strive and work for it, the farther it travels from us. Happiness has always been a mystery. Long ago, the philosophers found this out in trying to define happiness. What was it, they asked themselves, that made a man happy? Well, they said, surely the key to happiness is wrapped up in pleasure, in joy. Yet right there they stumbled onto a strange paradox. They discovered that the people who sought pleasure most avidly were, in fact, among the most wretched and miserable of human beings. Not only did the quest for pleasure not produce happiness, but it didn't produce pleasure either. I don't think it's possible for any man, no matter how bright he may be, to tell everybody what the key to happiness is. But I do know this, that if you look into the origin of the word happiness, you'll learn something about it. I'll be more specific on this right after this word. If you examine carefully the origin of the word happiness, it'll give you clues on where to look for it. Happiness comes from the old Chaucerian word hap, which means fortune or accident. Well, I'd say this, that happiness is probably not so much accidental as it is incidental. It doesn't suddenly fall out of the skies on you like a ton of bricks, just like that. But it does come in mysterious ways to people who live with confidence, who trust in the goodness of life, and who are prepared to seize the small advantages that come our way and make the most of them. Happiness, as the old word hap implies, is largely a matter of good luck. But good luck, as we all know, doesn't strike everybody in the same way. Ken Hubbard used to say that it was pretty hard to tell what does bring happiness, since poverty and wealth have both failed. But if you look upon happiness as a direction, not as a thing or place, you'll begin to understand how to get it. Happiness isn't a reward that you can expect for effort. It's a consequence. It's what happens to you when you fill yourself with life and stop concentrating on trying to be happy. It's interesting to note, by the way, that one of the oldest forms of the word happiness is the Anglo-Saxon word modhap, which means full of courage. This really is the secret to happiness. Courage facing up to all that life dishes out to us, and giving full measure of what you have to offer life in return. For happiness is very much a two-way street.